Greetings there, fellow smugglers, criminals, and other pirates alike. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Garrison. Episode 34, A Giant Rat Nest of Twisted Metal. So I know you've heard of a moon roof. We have a moon floor. But here, as you can see, the airlock is airtight, right? It's like normal temp and pressure outside of this room, and it's obviously vacuum in here. All right. Orders, or rather install. All. Mobile light. White? Whatever they're called. Where is it? How about I just look at my inventory? It is called the... What? It's still called the Orange Way? So it's floor B, Orange Way. Yeah, I don't... Whoever named that is freaking colorblind. There it is. Toilet is forbidden for Lux bedrooms? Well, it's a separate room with a door between them. So it's not connected as far as the game's concerned. So I've already accommodated that. I have a hatch, if you're wondering, between the two. Let's also install this light here. And I'll make this red. Alright, now just doing the auto repair stuff, because some of the things I installed in here were busted. Cool. So we have the bathroom. The other thing I want to do is maybe do something with the mobile brace. So let's dismantle the thruster and pump and get some parts out of it. And intake. Right, or motors, rather. There we go. These towing braces are kind of... I mean, I don't really have a lot of reason to repair them. But they're fun on it all the same. So we're missing one more motor, but here, as you can see, one of the pieces of the towing brace is restored now. Oh, there's still another pump here. Dismantle. You can't get to it? Yeah, you can. Don't lie to me. There we go. Got the motor. Are you fixing it? Still no? Still need another motor. Alright, I don't think there's other motors here. I'll bash the intake. No, then that didn't give me a motor. Okay, we'll go somewhere new. I like how there's like 2 lights installed on conduit. Looks like magic lights. Apparently bashing it made me super tired. Oh, right, and we have all the Roca floors that I don't need, so I'll dump them here. Congrats. What I do next will be flooring. If I believed in that clickbait crap meta. Okay, I did say I was going to work my way towards Flotilla, so let's go do that. Look how tiny that thing is. It's so cute. Yeah, shipbreakers hate this one weird trick. Funny because I know so many weird tricks for the games I play, but like I would never create a compilation video clickbaiting people to watch. Alright, we're moving pretty quickly to the next destination, so I'm gonna keep my eye on the time over here to make sure that we don't just smash. So now in terms of what we're looking for, we have a bathroom. That's stellar. We're looking for the D2O tank. And if you guys want me to be working on something else, here's a secondary goal to the reactor room. Much the way that I did the bathroom. Alright, we are still 15 minutes away. Another thing I could do is to restore my Weber. There we go. So my Weber is now 100% because we have 2 welders. I could have used that soldering iron that I got before, but I don't really need to now. Got a spare Weber. Actually, we'll do the same with the drill. Oh, I need a drill to restore a drill? Yeah, okay, I see that. Oh, great, now there's a giant frickin' I need to repair myself icon. It is useful to have a manual screwdriver. Manual tools are really helpful if you run out of power on your main tools. So, like, often I will still keep manuals. The problem is if you do that, you have to keep the manuals like far away from your power tools, because when it's what can end up happening is your character, or at least this used to be true, I don't know if it's true anymore, but your character would often prioritize using the manual tools over the automatic tools, the power tools, and do things unnecessarily slow. So like that's something that you should be aware of if you do plan on carrying around like a regular screwdriver, for instance, is you can very easily find yourself in a situation where you're just like using the basic screwdriver, not the drill, and doing everything at half speed or quarter speed or whatever. Alright, I'm going to call this vote for now. It looks like you guys want another room to be worked on. So, what room shall it be? A closed bridge? An engineering room, a wellness room, a recreational room, or a kitchen, a galley. I'll give you 5 minutes to vote on that. And the concept I have here is like, the bridge would be here, and then we'll have like engineering, recreation, wellness, and galley, like sort of back and on the sides, back here. And keeping the front section free for salvage. That's the larger concept. Big picture. I have not been getting lucky with good vessels to dock with, so I'm hoping my luck changes. Finding, I don't know, anything worth a damn. I've been passing up on some like basic reactor room stuff, but really none of them have been like treasure boats, so to speak. They've all been pretty tame in terms of value, other than finding the one Weber tool, which like is not a big deal for me because I can already afford to buy like 10 spare. Oh, this is tiny. Boo! Well, I'm probably not gonna find fusion stuff here, but okay. We're already here, might as well see what's up. Ammo casings on the ground seem a little sketchy. There's like a lot of ammo cases. Where am I going? Oh, there must be a motor. Yeah. Well, there's that at least. We'll have the towing brace in order. I was thinking of, like, fighting my character, because it seemed like he was fleeing from something, but it was just, I found a motor, so I could, get the towing brace back up. Not a whole lot here. A small broken ship. Ships of this size are actually pretty good to flip for money, though. Because they're cheap and easy to pressurize. What does an engineering room do? Engineering is for canisters, chargers, ship batteries, RCS, thruster distribution. That's sort of the TLDR of engineering. Too bad you can't absorb other ships. I disagree. Just because it would be terrible to game balance. If you could just absorb other ships, like an amoeba, you could have like a god tier ship pretty quickly. Or just a mass... You could buy a derelict and just like link up with a whole bunch of other ships to like exponentially increase the value of your derelict. I mean, it would make obsolete a huge part of the game, which is why, like, I would fundamentally disagree with that idea. It'd be like saying, you know, playing a game where you, like, repair cars for a living, being like, well, it'd be really nice if I could just, like, weld a whole bunch of cars together and then sell them for millions. It's like, yeah, that sounds fun, but wouldn't it completely negate the whole concept of challenge? Not to knock your idea that hard, but I hear a lot of ideas like that. I think what would be cool is if you could start your own flotilla, alternatively, where you wouldn't be able to make money from it, but like starting your own space station. Turning this into kind of like a space station builder game. That would be pretty neat. As like a long-term goal. And then I would name it Tycho Station. And then, something, something, something... Expanse. With towing braces, could you hypothetically torch burn while towing? I don't believe so. In fact, if you go too fast, you like, it doesn't even work. So, torch burning would be kind of out of the question. And before... Oh, for real, guy? Frickin' wear your helmet, you idiot. Where are you going? And then before anyone asks, 2 airlocks have to meet to tow. You can't just, like, chain them together. So it's not something that you could... Towing braces don't allow you to just, like, build some sort of mega behemoth ship or something. It's not how they work. It's... Think of literally a tow truck. You don't... Well, I guess I have seen a tow truck tow a tow truck towing something. But, like, this game doesn't allow for that. You'd like the ability to rename storages for better management? That's already a thing, bud. Look. It's a thing. See? Yeah, so this is the it's a thing. See, Bay? In fact, you could even... Hold on, where's my katana? My katana's now the stabby boy. I don't know why I haven't done that before, but I officially am the proud owner of Stabby Boy. Oh, sorry. Dog treat. I know, yeah, it's a recent feature that they added in just like 2 weeks ago. So, I'm only teasing you, but yeah, it's a thing. You can rename things. So, this is my Michael Bay. It's my bin in my cabin called the Michael Bay. Because it has my gun and my sword. I guess it should be my Kill Bill or something, I don't know. I should probably check how close I am to Flotilla. Wow. My, like, spidey sense is freaking spot on. I was on, like, death collision trajectory as I checked. You thought the katana would be called the Schwing? Here we go. It's the pirate greeter. So for those that wanted to see the flotilla, here we are. I could also name it the man opener instead of the can opener. And here we go, docking with flotilla. Prepare your eyes for jank debris, because that is the flotilla in a nutshell. In fact, I mean, I guess there's oxygen and pressure and temperature on the other side, but I was going to say, maybe I should even put on my helmet, because of, you know. So I'm going to walk around the flotilla, with the pirate grader, just in case any pirates are here going, and this isn't really a thing, it's role-playing, but, you know, just in case. So here's the flotilla. Hypothetically, I could try to steal the heavy water tank, but I don't intend to do that. From the outside, the flotilla looks like an impossible place. A hodgepodge of dead ships welded together at odd angles, entire hulls recognizable and intact, as if Dark Star collapsed and sucked half the boneyard into a single doomed point. Inside, it's a twisted warren of corridors leading to cabins of varying, vague, ever-shifting purpose. Trash and shadows gather in every corner. Figures dart and huddle and lie in heaps. A distinct melange of odors lend the place an air of tawdry exotic. Food, cigarettes, ozone, urine, perfume. Oh, lovely. Just my place. Apparently it all started while a harmed Savapod and a pissed-off spacer. Accounts differ to whether she was dodging criminals or law enforcement or simply docking V's, but in any case, she flew her little Ryoka salvage rig. It's the same type of ship that I fly, I think. Maybe I have the 77B. I forget. About 3,000 clicks outside of 1036 Ganymede, welding it to the side of a reactor-powered Tsutsudo Minya, and parked there for good. Her tantrum would have mattered if it weren't for a clever bit of engineering. She managed to hack together a controller for her RCS package that perfectly mimicked the oblong year-long orbit of Ganymede. Soon after, a heavy hitter in the criminal underworld caught wind of a spot outside the prying eyes of Ayotimiwa Security, I can never say that right, moved his outfit on board, and the rest is history. Sordid, bloody, vile history. Now, years on, the flotilla has ripened into a refuge for criminals, thieves, freedom fighters, the insane. I mean, you know, freedom fighter, not insane. I hope. It's become a catch-all for anyone who refuses to hack it in the dead-end labor grind of Awotimiwa sponsors on Kalix Station. There are no cops, no docking fees, a scrap trade for hull parts keeps the economy humming, along with the weapons broker, various drug dealers, and the odd humanitarian. Still, despite this, there is something to admire about the flotilla and the desperate people aboard it. Unlike K-Leg, where everyone has their hand in each other's pockets, the spacers here are bound by something stronger than a contract. The simple fact is that they share needs that can only be met by relying on one another. They eat, they sleep, they need to breathe. There is a certain pride to living here, enduring knowledge that despite the fact that you might get stabbed in the liver, at least you won't die wearing an Ayotimiwa t-shirt. So, here it is. The flotilla. And, wow, they have a damaged medical bay bed. We've got the standard cargo kiosk. This is for cargo bays or cargo pods. You can even trade for them, hypothetically. flying climate controlled or specialty cargo. Is it leaking air? Like, boy, is that loud. At least I'm moving away from it. So this is a reactor that I can't type build, but this is the type of tank that we're looking for. This heavy water tank. Oh my god, this thing's such a piece of... Gorsher. Yep. Well, here it is. Some organized planters. Not things you can actually have on your own ship, unfortunately. That'd be... Oh god, that's bright. Get my eyes. Yeah, this is it. You can see why it's not really like dream real estate, if you will. Yeah, okay. Well, you've seen it. We can push on, I suppose. Sellers on the station? So there's more than one. There's people that you can talk to, and there's a minimal amount of stuff to do here. Not a whole lot, to be fair. And most of the people here are the criminal types. Oh, no, you're a law enforcement officer. What? Are you lost? What are you wearing? Where do you look like a goon? Well, you are a goon. So my ship's down. Oh god, the difference between my ship and Flotilla is so stark in comparison. She's incognito. That's her disguise. She ain't fooling no one. Yeah, one could imagine my character does not enjoy his time here. This is like a level of discomfort for him. But if you need a toilet in a pinch, fix it up to 100%? Oh, good lord, no. Never. Alright, I don't really need anything here. I just wanted to show you what we're trying not to be. I like how polite they are on the IS, the radio chatter. Like, have a nice day! It's like, okay. Thank you for not stabbing me in the liver while we were here. Oh god. Time acceleration thrusting. Not wise. Alright, so let's continue looking for the heavy water tank, and we are also now looking for, and I'll update the priority in just a moment, parts that could be useful for a closed bridge. Because you guys voted for me to have an enclosed bridge. Alright, so 400, we're there in half an hour. Got it. So, once this... I think actually this towing brace is good to go. Let me put away the pirate grader, and we'll get the towing brace installed. Just in case I have to go into space. So, the way this works is you install it on your airlock. And I think it's blocked because my airlock's not big enough. So I'm not going to install this right now. I'm going to wait for, because I would need to enlarge the airlock, which means like wall parts that I don't have right now. But to upgrade the, or update the priority, there we go. There's the whole list of things I'm working towards. wouldn't be too hard to remodel around the towing bridge brace. I would just need a little bit more wall parts. And to remove these two lights, which I think are conflicting. They're in the way. I've used about half of my RCS fuel, so I should be a little bit more careful heading back to K-Leg. Because if I burn hot continually, I'm going to need a... well, with that said, I could very easily... Nitrogen tanks are not hard to find on wrecks, so I could always pull nitrogen tanks from these wrecks and use them as propulsion. Gonna move my airlock up. The airlock is literally the only thing you can never move, no matter what you want to do. Think of it as the anchor of your ship, and it cannot be fussed with ever. Can't be uninstalled, can't be destroyed, can't be moved, can't be anything. It's totally static. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll change the game mechanics, but for now, without an airlock, you just have scrap. That's why I mentioned that my ship can never grow upward, because the airlock can never be moved up, so everything has to be built backwards. Which is why the reactor room's back there and the new rooms are back there. Alright, we're almost here. Yeah, in KSP lingo, the airlock is the root part. That's a good way of phrasing it. It's the foundation or whatever. Point is, it cannot be changed. As I'm assuming part of the bounding game mechanics for, like, you know, build restriction issues. It's small. Its name is Well Actually. Well, actually, it's pretty small. God, I've really not been getting lucky with these. I mean, it has a bunch of cases, but, like, I'm not gonna find a... Well, that one had a bunch of weapons in it. I'm not gonna find a heavy water tank in a case. Boy, would that be weird. Just a little bit of a violation of the laws of physics. You know, no big deal. I will take their nav, though. It also prevents you from doing something dumb like uninstalling your airlock and not putting back. Well, I think primarily what it does is it prevents you from having an undockable ship. I think that's probably why they did it. Because if you could move your airlock, you could set up your ship in such a way where your ship violates dimensions and can't dock, right? Because if you think about it, like, your airlock, if you want to dock with anything, your airlock needs to be able to align without collisions to other ships. So allowing you to mess with the airlock, you can easily design a ship that can't dock ever again. Unless you put it back. So it's a bounding constraint that completely makes sense to me, because without that constraint, you could very easily design ships that could never dock with anything else ever again. Which then, you know, kind of fundamentally breaks the game down. So it might seem like an annoying mechanic, but to me it's perfectly reasonable. Having a little food. What did we end up eating? Oh, trenchers! Why? Why, man? You had, like, super high quality vendor food and you went for trenchers? Buddy, you don't deserve nice things if that's how you treat yourself. Alright, so I'll try for this one other ship up here. Before heading to K-Leg for RCS gas. I gotta say, everyone, whenever I get lucky, everyone screams, streamer luck, but like the inverse is never true, and I gotta say, my luck finding, oh geez, we hit. My luck finding anything worth a damn on this run has been, for like the last 2 streams, has been miserable. I don't know how many, wreckages I've searched, but I haven't seen a single cargo pod. And, I've seen like 1 heavy water tank that I like sold and never again have I spotted one. Alright, so we're there in 36 minutes. So at about half an hour past, we'll slow down. Just to demonstrate, if you did want to pull the data off of a nav, you could plug it in like this. Go to your PDA, go to Files. Here's the nav station. So my PDA and the other nav, and it has nav data, tax info, and a vlog. And I could drag it onto mine. It keeps a copy of its nav data. And now, whatever data that is, I can sell when I go to the vendors. So, if you're interested in data brokering, like, that's fundamentally how it works. And the same is true of PDAs. You can move the data of PDAs over as well. So, like, the PDAs I have here that I have found, I could pull the files off of them. You don't get a notion of what the value is until you actually bring it to someone, though. So here we go. It has a crypto token, and I just pulled it to my PDA. Because I'm like doing a transfer burn to the next thing, I figured I'd just show this, and I'll do the same with the PDA here. So files, my PDA, the other PDA. And now this PDA here, I can sell for like 100 credits, but if it had valuable data, that valuable data is, you know, on my own device. I just generally don't bother, you know, moving the data like that. We do have some of the wall segments, so I'm going to start repairing these walls, and then I can set up a bridge room. Now, I think ultimately, I'm going to wait to move a transponder, but the concept for the closed bridge is a bridge like this with maybe 2 doors on either side. And a wall here. So I can start putting the walls in. While I'm waiting to get there. And a little reminder, over to the overlay. A closed bridge is not allowed to have RCS distribution, rec items, wellness items, a toilet, a reactor, or a bed. Want to bridge off to one side of the cargo area? I could. I just don't want to. It's a personal choice. Actually, we almost have it done. Because if I just do another wall there, it's finished. And then we'll have a transponder here, maybe? Or I could even put the transponder behind a chair here. Move the chair to be there, although that might block walking. I have an idea. Put the transponder here. And that way it can't be messed with. Alright, before I do anything further, how close are we? 7 minutes away? Got it. I don't have enough conduit for this, but this is eventually the path it will take. I think the only kind of walls I have in my whole ship right now are the correct mobilite ones. Another thing I haven't done in a while is update the footprint type stuff. Oh, Jesus. Why are you doing this? Because I clicked there? That was a misclick. We're fine. Come on, auto task. Install that wall, dude. It's right here. Yeah, we hit. Donk. I don't see any major damage. Stuff that we can fix in transit. Alright, but let's go to docking again. I tried to ramp up the throttle. I didn't realize... I forgot that I'd set it to pretty low G. Come on. No empty docking port. Wait, did I destroy it? Oh, we didn't even get here first! You son of a bitch! God damn it. Alright, fine. I'll just start restoring now. So rude. These are other salvagers. Like, for real. Apparently, we collided, but, like, we took virtually no damage because I'm auto-tasking and there isn't even anything for me to do. Character's just like, oh, I'm good. We done. Well, power reserves. So the issue is my power reserves isn't good enough that I think I could, like, nap and not have a dead ship when I wake up. So guess I'll fly somewhere else. But super rude. I mean, I didn't have dibs on it, but it's so annoying that someone got here first. I've already searched these 3, even though it doesn't look like it, because that was from last stream. But I'll start heading back to K-Leg, I guess. Part of me wants to, like... Alright, let's see. So, currently, I have 4 hours of power left on the ship. So maybe what I'll do is I'll sleep for, like... I'm going to... free time myself. And auto-task free time for a bit. To see if I can't wait them out on, like, 16 speed. Could I try to force them to undock? Yeah, I could. I just don't want to talk to anyone. I'll be patient. Well, I'm feeling relaxed and calm at the very least. I don't know how, I mean, I guess the O2 can, like, pumps O2 straight to my head here. So, I'm having, like, I'm on an O2 high. Makes a comment about attractive women. Oh boy. Yeah, this is weird. No response? Like, it didn't even tell me I couldn't dock, it just was like, no reply at all? Oh, that was the wrong ship. Hail ship. I need to get closer. Oh, I think they left. No? No, wait, where am I? Oh, Jesus. I was looking at the wrong thing entirely. Hail ship. Yeah, that's what I figured. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow K-Leg Salvagers.